We live full-time in this Imagine XLS 22 MLE travel trailer. It's a perfect trailer for the two of us. One of the things that we really appreciate is this large pantry that Grand Design built in.
Oh yeah.
With the two shelves, it really holds quite a lot.
It does. But now that we've been living here for a while, we realize that this pantry may actually be too deep. Neither of us is able to reach all the way back to the back of it, and each time that we do take something out of it, we were always sighing and wishing that it was easier to get the stuff that's way in the back out of it. So Heather had this great idea. What we did is remove this nice wall mirror that came with the trailer, cut access holes behind the mirror to help us reach inside, and then return the mirror to its original location, but it's now on a hinge. Here we go. We're going to show you how we did it. We considered the idea of installing sliding drawers instead of the hinged mirror, but for us this might be a better option because we won't be sacrificing the space that a drawer slide would consume.
I'm going to start by laying out two rectangular holes that are a little smaller than the mirror. An important part of this step is to avoid cutting into the shelves, of course. That would be very bad.
The wall in this area is made up of 2 sheets of thin panel. We glued wood filler plates into the space to make certain that there was a rigid frame around each window. It took a bit of time to clean up all the edges, and a couple of places needed a little extra wood filler.
Space between the two thin wall panels was 3/4 of an inch. I happen to have 3/4 inch plywood on hand, cut strips to suit, and then glued and clamped them to make a nice rigid frame. Then 2 coats of paint were applied. We always keep a can of paint on hand, specifically for projects such as this. It matches the interior pretty well.
And now that the fabrication is complete, we can start assembling. Since we can still see 2 of the original screw holes, we used them to hold the mirror in place temporarily as the hinge was being screwed onto the wall. You look like you have a twin.
We chose one piano hinge rather than a pair of small hinges. I really like the look of it, and this avoids any risk of 2 individual hinges not being right in line and possibly binding. The hinge is mounted onto the visible wall surface, not inside the edges of the windows. This allows the door to swing open more than 90 degrees.
We installed 2 magnetic door keepers to keep the door closed. And adding a small handle just finished off the look and makes it much easier to open the door. And as you can see,
This is great. I like the opening.
the access.
Yep.
We got nice little shelves that actually will work as well.
Now we
if
can
we
reach
want
the
to.
back for the first time ever.
Without digging everything out. Yay! Close it up.
Closing.
I'm nervous that the mirror may swing open as we're traveling down the highway, so we're adding 2 small hooks inside as well to keep it held where it belongs during travel.
I keep a checklist on my phone of each step that we take when we pack up for a travel day, so I added 1 new step to our list. I locked this door closed.
Now there's just 1 finishing touch left before we call this job complete. The mirror was originally held to the wall with 4 screws, and those 4 screw holes are still visible. So we cut each screw down to 5/8 of an inch long, which is just a little bit less than the thickness of the window frame. And now gluing these screws into the holes to give that finished look on the outside, and filling it in on the inside as well.
Looking at this job, I think this is the most useful trailer modification that we've done.
I love it.
We've done a lot.
Yeah.
This one's awesome. The pantry was just scary deep. Scary deep. Now we can use it. We can see all the way to the back and easily reach our things without having to empty a bunch of stuff out of the way each time.
This is the best camper modification we have ever done. We love this one.
Stand up and show how it works. I'll just sit out of the way if you like. Oh yeah.
Before, we would reach in and it would be like we couldn't even reach to the end of the stuff, and everything else was in the way all the time. So now we don't have to reach in and pull everything out to access what's in the back of our cabinet. All we have to do, open this door, and we have easy access to everything. You can see the two little magnetic clasps here and here, and then we put in two little hook and eye latches to latch it together when we're traveling. Yay!
Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.